Welcome back, everybody, and welcome along to the Bahrain GP. Glad you can make it back for another episode. Hopefully, you watched the Australian GP because that was a thriller itself and just left me speechless. And I'm sure this race will do the same and live up to its expectations. Without further ado, we're going to head into Q3 with the flying lap. Gotta nail this braking point here because this is a tight turn. Because if you hit that curb, you could screw your whole lap up. Open the DRS flap, coming down into turn number 4 now. Gotta get it good because this curb too can screw your lap up too. We gotta make sure we get good entry points throughout the race and on this lap for a good quality position. We run it a little too deep into the turn, some understeer both turns. Not liking that at all. We don't want any understeer with that. Now we carry on through the lap, halfway through the track, coming over to the second DRS zone, opening that rear wing flap and just sending it. Now we come out of the DRS zone and now onto the third and final sector of the track. And right now we're at a minute 10. We gotta find somewhere to pick up the pace to catch up to, is that Bodas? I can't really tell on my screen. But yeah, this curve here, that can screw your race up too if you don't hit that right, your entry speed. And we're gonna come across the line with a 1:34.6. And that was the end of Q3. And now we head on to the race. There's our track layout of Bahrain. Get some elevation points through DRS zones. And here we go. Lining up on the grid here. Get ready to start the second round of our championship run in F1 2019. 4, 5 red lights. The lights come on. And it's the lights on. Away we go for the Bahrain GP. We get an awful start again. And now we got Albon on our left. He's on our right. Verstappen's on our... No, Albon's on the right, but Verstappen goes up the inside. Forces us to run in a Bottas, but Verstappen had to give the line back because he had nowhere to go. So we can stay in P3. And the start of this race is we're already getting overtaken. Now we gotta make sure we nail this zone down and make sure we hit our entry points perfectly because we don't need to lose the back end like we did in Australia when we crashed there. And now we get a yellow flag and it looks like it's Hamilton. He's pulling over. Do you have an engine failure? I think you might have an engine failure. And he's out of the race. 3 laps in. And our championship leader, Hamilton, is out of the race. 3 laps in. So we got to execute on this if we want to gain some points on him. We're already up into P2 now. Now lap 4. Now our DRS flap, I thought this was my gearbox, but it turns out it was just the DRS flap would not open. However, I was nowhere near my teammate, so I wasn't going to get DRS anyways, but if I did, I wasn't going to be able to use the flap. So now I'm at a disadvantage if I get overtaken here. But now we move on to lap 6, because nothing happened. I couldn't catch my teammate, and the computers didn't overtake me. So now we're going to make our first pit stop of the evening. We're going to go on to the medium tires. We got a long race to go. We got one more stop to make. Unfortunately, we have to do the 2 stop. We could go to the 1. We could have done the 1, I should say, with the hards, but we would have been pushing our luck there. So we're going to come out and pretty much dead last at this point. And now we got to work our way back up the field. And we got to see when all the other cars come in for their pit stops too, because this was kind of interesting. A lot of people who were on the softs didn't come in for like another 2 or 3 laps. which kind of concerned me because maybe they were going to go on the one stop and we were stuck on the two. But if they were going to go to the one stop, they were going to need a safety car to come out for, because otherwise they were just going to lose a lot of pace. And now we go round the outside of George Russell. We get a warning for exceeding the track limits, which that didn't help. Later on in the lap, now on the new lap, Gasly and Kubica are fighting each other. We're going to go up the inside of both of them, but we're going to miss our braking point and miss the braking zone. We're going to go way wide off the track. Now we decide to drive on the grass and we lose the back end and we rejoin the track unsafely. Thankfully, we did not get a warning or a penalty for unsafe re-entry. So now on to lap 8, we finally catch back up to them, or the same lap I should say. We just caught back up to them middle ways down the track. Get DRS open flat. Our DRS ended up, my crew got it working again. So now we are able to use it again. We're still all the way back here in P17. Now we make contact with Kubica. That's not what we need. We can't be making contact with these people at the back of the pack here, because we got to still catch up to the leaders here, because these guys, they still haven't made their pit stops yet. One of the Red Bulls has come into the pits here looking at the map. We're going to go around Kvyat, and now we move on to lap 9. Later on in the race, we catch up to the next group of cars, and we're setting a flying lap, and we get held up by 3 cars, and we're going to go up the inside of Grosjean, not hit Raikkonen in there. We get the move done, and we're up into P11 now with still 21 laps left in the race. We're up to P11. So far, Hamilton's the only one out of the race. And now we got these train of cars. We open DRS, put our ERS up into hot lap. And we're going to go try and go around the outside. Can't get it done. And now we gotta let off the throttle here, because these guys are running really slow on these old hard tires that they've been running since the start of the race. We can't make moves, and this is costing us time. Otherwise, we're gonna lose maybe more positions up at the front, and maybe even not come close to the leaders. We're gonna go round the outside of Raikkonen here on the last corner, and we're gonna again chuck our ERS and our fuel mix up to rich and hot lap. And we're going to open the DRS wing and try to get around Hulkenberg and Stroll and Bottas. Oh my goodness, we almost hit Bottas. They're coming out of the pits. We miss our braking zone again. And we run wide, but this time we make the smart decision. We rejoin the track so we don't lose the back end like we did coming off the grass. We just lost a lot of time. Now coming on the lap 12, Bottas and Gasly now trying to go. Now we're going to go down the inside of Gasly. This time we hit our braking point and we can't quite get around Bottas. Now Gasly's still on our inside, and oh, he bumped us, and oh, I tried to back up. Oh, Verstappen. Oh no. Oh, now the safety car has come out, and I was a little. We just ruined a lot of people's races there. And now let's have another look at it. So this is why the safety car came out. Lots of debris on the track, and then just cars just backing up. You can see me backing up through the rest of the field here, and you can just see everyone like coming to a complete halt, like we're stopping at a stoplight. So now this changes everything. Now that the safety cars come out, we could switch onto the hards here, go to the end of the race, or we could stick to the 2-stop and catch up to the 1-stop drivers at the end of the race, providing there's no safety car. So after half the field comes in, changes new tires, we stayed out for track position. So we got 3rd place now. Safety cars coming in, and we need to get a good run out of this last corner here when we get ready to go green, so we can maybe catapult ourselves past our teammate and Raikkonen here and take the lead of this race. Now you see me take it wide here because I want to try and get as much track and get a run here on Raikkonen. Raikkonen did not pit here. I'm not sure why he did not pit, He should have, because he's on 15 lap old hard tires, which I don't know what he was thinking when the safety car came out, but we're going to go up the inside anyways of him. We're going to get the job done pretty easily because he's just got no tire wear left, and that Alfa Romeo is just not going to defend us. So now Ferrari's 1-2. This is what we want. And now we're going to come in for our second pit stop of the race. So now we have a 1-2 Ferrari. This is perfect. This is going to put us in perfect position in the standings, providing we can come out and maintain that. So now that here come the hard tires from the other racers, and they're going to pass us. So now we got to catch those guys. We got 9 laps left to do it. Now, unfortunately, we took a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits, which set us back. So we have to maintain 3 seconds to the car behind us in order to keep that place to make up for the 3-second time penalty. We got 9 laps left, and we're catching up to the mid-runners and our teammate as well, who put on the medium tires. So he's good to go to the end of the race. I put on an old used set of softs. I thought they were new, but it turns out they weren't. So I lost a little life on them, but I wanted to be a little quicker than the medium tires, and especially I wanted to be even quicker for the people who are on the hard tires. So now here we are on lap 21. We got 9 laps to go in the race, and we got to brake at the inside here because is that Gasly? I think that's Gasly. No, he's behind. So Kvyat was the one who broke really late. We had to go to the inside, so we only got the move done on him. Now we're going to try and get the move done on his teammate. And we just ride the curb there. I lose a little bit of time, which isn't what we need. Now we got to execute through here. Make sure now we gain a lot of time on him. Because see, we're on the quicker tire here. And we have more traction. Now we're going to go up the inside, not try to hit. Is that Giovinazzi? I think it is. And we get the move done on Gasly. Still down our inside. Now we got to brake late. We're going to go wide. And lose some traction there. Gasly's going to overtake us again. And now we just lost a place because we broke late and our tires didn't have traction there. Now we're coming on to lap 26 now. We get around all of those guys. Now we catch up to Lance Stroll here with Racing Point Force India. Now with the 3-second time penalty we have, we only have 4 laps left to do something. So we brake late, we miss our apex, and Stroll goes by us again. So my plan here is to try and get around Stroll and maintain a 3-second gap so that we can, because we have the fastest lap of the race right now. And that gives us an additional point if we finish within the top 10, which we are currently at right now. And I was planning to finish in P4 or try and get above Ricardo here, and he locks up and I lose a little bit of my front wing, which sucks. But here we go, on to the final lap of the Bahrain GP, and we need to maintain 3 seconds to Lance Stroll in order to keep P4 and walk away with 12 points plus 1 with the fastest lap. So we got to hit our marks here. 1 lap to go. Can we get it done? Can we even pull away from both of them and Ricardo to potentially stay on the podium, which would be incredible. No safety car. Now we come through the middle sector here. Gotta hit our apex. We do so there. No understeer. We're there on the braking. Perfect entry and exit. And now we're running low on fuel. We're running low on our ERS. We hit the right braking point there. Now we gotta go full throttle throughout here. Throw it up into rich. Throw it up into hot lap or overtake. Now we gotta save our gas because we're bone dry. Now we're coming out through sector 2 onto sector 3 of the final lap of the Bahrain GP. Can we maintain that 3-second gap? I don't know. Here we go. Final few corners, trying to give it all we got. Worn tires. Couple corners to go. Valtteri Bottas is your winner of the Bahrain GP. Final corner. Now we're letting it all out. Can we get a 3-second gap and be on the final step of the podium? Fifth place. We didn't do it. That is just... I tried to go back to see how much time, and I think I was like 2.4 seconds. Stroll he was catching up to Ricardo. So now we move on to the point standings here. So they kind of updated a little bit. So myself and Stroll, we move up to the top of the board. And then as we go down, you see Hamilton and Bottas both with 25 points each. And yet they're still at the top of the constructor standings. They both have the same. So every team has somewhat scored some points in the constructors. And only 30 points is the top right now in the driver standings. And this is still anyone's battle. Now, seeing like the racing points there on the podium was kind of a surprise, because that safety car threw everybody off and everyone was on different strategies, so that didn't quite work. But overall, it was a good race. It met up to its expectations. We got another safety car. It changed the whole order up. We had a Williams, one of the worst cars in the game, finish in the points because of the safety car. So 2 races in, phenomenal results. I mean, we're not on the top step, but we're seeing phenomenal results. And it's just, this is what I like to see. So if you liked the Bahrain GP, stick around for the Chinese GP, which is soon to come. I'll see you all then. Take care.